Hello out to all you wonderful people. This is Andre, the Game Idea Guy. Thank you once again for lending me your time and your ear listening into another Gamer's Thoughts discussion. And this time I'm going to be talking about Amazon Luna and my play experience with it. So, before I actually did this recording, I decided I was going to go check to see if Amazon Luna had actually made its way over to Android as a platform. It does look like you can run Luna in Chrome on your Android devices. It's not. There's no specific app for it as far as I know, but I think you can run it through your Chrome browser on Android. Because I did make a recording and then I had to go back and was like, oh, hold on, let me check to be sure. So you can actually play on Chrome on Android, at least as of this moment. That's what it looks like, because I just happened to be trying to get the link so I could go ahead and put it up for people to see it, and then it said play on Luna. I was like, hold on, wait, it didn't say that before. So I guess it is released to Android platforms for people to be able to play on. That said, my experience is primarily on PC. Well, only on PC. Because that's what I chose to do, because I already had gamepads and things hooked up to my PC. I have a Bluetooth controller that I can connect to my phone, but I really didn't feel like doing that. So I was like, yeah, I'll just go ahead and play on my PC. I will say for sure that I did have mostly a smooth play experience while I was playing on Mighty Switch Force. When I was playing, that was a little bit choppy, not a lot. Like, it was like every once in a while, like it would throw off my timing a little bit for the platforming. But I played multiple things out the Castlevania Anniversary Collection and didn't have the same issues. So maybe I just, at that point in time, probably had like a bad connection. But when I played the Castlevania Collection, I didn't really run into those issues. Though I did find more stability when I was playing on Stadia. When I was doing the trial for Stadia, I definitely found more stability. And it sucks, though, that Luna only gives you 7 days to try it out, because you could sign up for it and want to try it and then have a bunch of things happen within those 7 days and never get back to it. So I do appreciate more that Stadia gives you a full month. I do appreciate that Google gives you a full month or more, and it's not like Amazon couldn't do it. Just trust me, they've got enough money that they could, which is fine. I mean, it's not the worst thing. It is a point against them, I should say, but it's not the worst thing ever. Now, I've talked about Amazon Games. I did a discussion about Luna and Amazon Games when I heard about Luna. And this was shortly after I had discovered Amazon Games and I started downloading stuff through the PC launcher. Because you have to get it from Amazon. A lot of people don't really know. Like, as far as I know, a lot of people don't really know about it. But you can get... It comes along with your Prime subscription. You can basically get a free game like every week. Not really a free game, I guess. Then again, I don't know. I guess after your Prime subscription ends, you can still access the games. So it may actually be a free game every week. But I think where they dropped the ball here, and Luna did launch with about 40 games, I think. I counted them up at one point. I think it was somewhere between 40 and 50 games. So the launch lineup for it wasn't a bad amount of content, but a lot of it, actually all of it, was stuff that's on other platforms. But if you don't have a beefy PC and you really don't have the money for a new console, it makes more sense to go ahead and see what you can do with cloud streaming, at least for the moment. But I would always be an advocate of having stuff locally stored, because you won't run into as many issues with lag and stuff like that. But I think it's unfortunate that they have Amazon Luna, which has games on it, and then they have Amazon Games as a whole complete separate thing. Now, if you're someone who has a Luna account and you have an Amazon Prime account, and you have saved games to your account from Amazon Games, then you should be able to play those games through streaming. They should allow you to be able to do that, because maybe you just don't want to add all this stuff to your computer. Maybe you don't have room to put it on your computer, but you save the games to your account. Allowing you to be able to stream the games that are saved to your account would be a nice touch. It would be a great feature. And I think that's something that would be pretty cool for them to do. Now, since Amazon also owns Twitch, I believe that Twitch is integrated with Luna. I don't know for sure. I didn't really attempt to test that feature out. And I didn't really play around with Luna too much. But playing with the Xbox One piece, the Xbox, blah, blah, blah. Sorry, everyone. Playing with the corded Xbox One controller that I had plugged into my PC worked perfectly fine. I know they say that using their Wi-Fi controller, which connects directly to their cloud, plays a little bit more seamlessly, or at least that's what I've seen of other people's opinions. I don't know. And I really wasn't worried about spending $50 or $60 on that controller to find out. To be honest, when I already have hardware that would work. So there may be a slight difference, a slight play experience difference with using the Wi-Fi controllers. But I always worry about if the controller loses connection, then you get screwed in the middle of playing. So there's a plus and a minus to that. But so far, like from what I've experienced with the service, it plays pretty decently. Amazon decided that they were going to go ahead and shoot for 1080p 60 in the immediate instead of going for 4K, which I honestly applaud that idea. It means it's a lot less work on them trying to stream stuff, and I don't know if they have as many data centers running around out there as Google does. I'm pretty sure they have a lot, but I think maybe Google just has them edged out in that department. That's probably why they haven't tried pushing for higher resolutions right this moment. That said, my experience, like I said, with Luna so far was okay. It wasn't the best thing in the world, but it was by far not the worst. I think my play experience when I played with On Live was the worst play experience I had with any game streaming service. So that's that. But it's one of those things where I'm like, y'all have all these tools together that y'all can make this great product with. A great product. Oh, it's to play on Luna. I think you just it's $6 a month. I think it's $5.99 a month. Then there's a separate Ubisoft channel for $14.99 a month. I personally wasn't interested in the Ubisoft channel. I think that's other games that can just be added to your list. Again, I wasn't too particularly worried about playing on Ubisoft stuff. I mean, if I want Ubisoft games, I can just go ahead and get them myself. I don't really worry about plus, just for the testing the service out, I wasn't going to go ahead and dive into jumping to get Ubisoft stuff. Especially when they've already put a crap ton of their stuff on Stadia. And if I was going to do either one, I'd rather go with the one that it's already, priced in at. It just makes a little bit more sense. But if you are already invested in Amazon, Luna's not a bad service to use to stream games. I mean, and especially if what I'm saying is right and they now have it available to Android through browser, like through Chrome browser, because it's available to iOS through Safari browser. And if that is the case, that just works out better for the player, to be honest. because Luna has a launcher for PC. I'm assuming it has it for Mac as well. But you have a launcher for PC, so you can just play with the launcher for your PC and not have to worry too much about what windows are going on your computer. But with Android, that might be the smarter alternative to not have to make you download an app and get everything set up that way. But again, I'm just going with what I've seen so far. I mean, I could be wrong. But then it just makes me think, if you're playing on your phone out and about, then that means you have to share your Wi-Fi connection, which means the data is all being streamed from one point, should you decide you're going to get the Luna controller. And this is a weakness of Stadia as well, where it would basically be the same thing as utilizing your Bluetooth or wired controller to play with your phone. It would still be the same effect. But overall, I think Luna is a decent service. Now, what they do with it is up to them. But they have Amazon Games. They have studios under them for making games. You would think that Amazon would be like, okay, we're going to include our games and the ones that we have on our Amazon Games service in with Luna. That should have been done. And I hope that they do that in the future, because if you have both those services, it's kind of counterproductive to have them separated like that. And I mean, I understand in the long run that having them separate for now is just because they were probably just two separate things. Amazon Games could have been started quite a while ago. But Luna is very recent. So I do think that they need to integrate them. So like if you're on the PC client, you can run your games from your Amazon Games account, which is literally just tied to your Prime account, and go ahead and play them through Luna and stream them. A lot of those games aren't really big games in the first place, especially when you're dealing with all the S&K stuff, so it wouldn't be too taxing to add them. But I do think maybe it's also a thing of licensing agreements that they got to figure out, and how the companies that own those games will get paid. And if that's the case, then I can understand exactly why it's not being done just yet. But I really do hope that they work that out and add that into the service, because that would just make it better. It would be more cohesive for Amazon. And then just to allow live Twitch integration, the way that Google said that they were going to do with Stadia and YouTube. If they hadn't killed Hangouts, on there, they wouldn't have had to worry about it, but they did. But since a lot of people use Twitch and stream, like having the ability to just hey, I have a Luna account and I want to play this game with this personality, this streamer that I like. Tap on the screen with your phone, or click on it with your mouse on your PC and go right into the game, where it just launches everything and you get right in. Maybe a couple minutes startup, because everything has to be loaded, but if it's already loaded up, jump right into the game. I think that they could do that. But that's it. I don't really want to push it too much more. Again, Luna is a decent service, and my experience with it was, even though it was minimal, it was okay. Like I said, I had a couple hiccups, but it could have just been that I didn't get a stable connection at first. Because when I went back to play the Castlevania collection games, my connection seemed very stable. So there are variables that play into that. But that's it. Thank you guys very much for listening. Keep your eyes and ears up for more stuff from me. And until the next time, enjoy your games and peace out, everybody.